Jacob?
What?
I think I'm close to the train yard. Are you there?
No. Damn it. Put on all sorts of stuff.
A badge of rank in a military order. Trinity.
Cool, I guess.
Another Soviet plaque.
Hey, another butt.
Enemies must answer for their crimes.
Da-da-da-s. Did I just... What the hell was that noise? I heard something. Oh, it's the trench coat guy. Hey, I think he's got his trench coat fixed this time.
What took you so long?
I thought I lost you back there.
His tomb raiding.
Not a chance. Thanks for getting me out of that place. Let's move! We can get up through there!
Get away from the chopper. Oh shit. I thought that was a cutscene. That's not gonna be good for us. No, you should let them go. I think you should let them go. Can't tell. Yeah, okay, now I am. I should have brought my swimsuit, man. Come on, swim. Hump those crazy legs. Come on. Come on. You got... Yeah, we got it. And she's got cleavage. Not much. Just got out of the water. We're not that close. There's ice and snow everywhere. Pretty sure you should be dying if not dead at this point. Hopefully that other guy didn't make it, because fuck him. Oh no. Am I late? Yes I am. Jump. Oh man. If only I had my own chopper. Oh hell. I'm gonna have to deploy all my tomb raiding abilities here. Get to the zip line. Oh god. Oh hell. Oh hell. Oh good, the water will save us in the blistering cold. I think.
Dad, is everything alright?
Dad is dead.
Dad?
Welcome to life, Lara. Your father is dead because he was a disgrace and a clown. And now you must carry on his goofy legacy.
Take it easy. Drink this.
It's an aphrodisiac. It'll make you horny. Drink it.
You could have left me in that river.
Would you have left me?
Yeah?
I'd have thought about it.
Out of stealing his clothes
What makes
first,
you
but
think I didn't?
have you ever taken a shower in cold water? Hell no, I can't handle cold.
So what makes you risk so much to come here?
What's up, Mr. SAO?
The divine source.
I have like 0% body fat. I can't,
I know what you're looking for.
I lack insulation.
But I want to know why.
Why what?
When I was young, it was just my father and I.
Did your father touch
He was an
you?
archaeologist too.
And a pervert, perhaps?
In his last years, he was obsessed with myths about immortality. Of course, no one believed him, including me.
Hold that thought.
Our last conversation,
I'd like to talk
was a
more about
fight.
that.
He
He touched her.
took his own life.
Oh.
I thought I'd come to terms with it, but
Maybe he had a fetish for
Something
death.
else happened.
then I saw something that I thought was impossible. It changed everything. I realized my father was right. He died alone and broken, but he died for something.
So you believe the divine source is real?
I honestly don't know. But if there is any truth to it, I have to find out. It needs to be researched and studied.
And
It
abused.
could make a difference to
For
the world.
science.
It's not something to be hidden away.
Yes, it is.
A difference is not always for the best. Would you wish Trinity to have the secret to immortality?
Of course not.
Then I would ask you not to abandon your quest, but to alter its path. Join me and my people.
Your people.
Help us repel Constantine and Trinity.
And after that's done,
No, I want to join Trinity. They got
And we
copters.
leave our valley untouched. But knowing that you've done the right thing.
no. I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Can't. Or won't.
I'll fight Trinity with you, but my goal remains the same. If I give up now,
She's selfish.
Feel like you'd be letting him down.
not just him. I need answers, Jacob. I need to understand. You're leaving.
Yeah, I'm done with this
Right
bitch.
now, my concern is for my village. It's over the mountain pass. A day's journey on foot. But there may be a faster way through the old copper mine.
How long is it by cartwheel?
You rest.
You're telling me what to do?
I'll be back soon.
He'll be back soon, my ass. He said it's a day's walk. So the absolute soonest he could be back is 2 days. Okay, so SAO, you say that after a minute your body gets used to the cold water for some reason. I would argue yes and no. When I was a kid, I was in the swim team, so I did a lot of swimming. And you are right to an extent. Like when you jump in, it's like, oh my god, it's so cold, oh my god. And yes, your body's homeostasis readjusts to it. But I was always like, I'm still fucking freezing. But in the case of swimming as opposed to showering, the swimming, you're engaging your muscles, your body's producing heat, you're active. if you just stand in the cold versus jogging in the cold, it's much more capable of maintaining that homeostasis. So I don't know about the shower thing personally, but in general, yes, I agree. And there are people too that are capable of withstanding cold. I don't know what the guy's name was or exactly what the condition would have been, but there is a guy, like I think it's in the Guinness Records, who is able to, like, in Arctic temperatures, swim in just a Speedo in the water, and his body is just fine. I think what he was doing record-wise was like swimming underneath the ice from one hole to another. So there's a lot of different variables, but in general, yeah. I mean, our body's homeostasis is pretty powerful. It's amazing how weak humans really are when you study biology, but then at the same time, it's a wonder how well it still works. Because just a couple of degrees difference internally and you die. Your cells can't stay the same shape, and it's like, holy shit how delicate we are, but holy shit how good our body is at adapting it or preventing it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you experience it in the shower, yeah. I mean, it probably works, and a lot of that also depends on your fat content, or lipids, fat, whatever you want to call it. Back when I was 255 pounds, when I lived in Chicago, I could walk around in the winter in a fucking t-shirt and be just fine. Like, what the hell is going on? What's the problem? All that fat acts as a layer of insulation, so that too. But if you got absolutely nothing, it's like, oh my god, nothing to protect me. There's also nothing to shield my organs, and I have very little energy reserves inside me. But at the same time, that guy I talked about with the Guinness record was as skinny as a twig as well. So I don't... But yeah, some of us are just not good with the cold. I used to be really good with the cold. Now I'm very not good with the cold. I'm good with the heat now, whereas I used to not be. But the problem now is my computers, my hardware, all my servers and everything. Heat is not their friend. So it's just a never-ending battle of fucking why, everything is just, But I don't know where I'm going with any of that. So a new adventure awaits. Thank you for purchasing the Baba Yaga, the Temple of the Bitch, the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Oh, I thought it said Rise of the Panty Raider. Fuck. And I can't get a refund. Oh man, I wanted Panty Raider. Was that a separate download content? Objectives are indicated with pink. Ooh la la. A new mission is waiting for you in the Soviet installation. Wim Hof, you say. Manipulates his body temperature in the cold. It's not just like all the Buddhist monks that meditate, they also control their body temperature. If you ever spend some time YouTubing, do some YouTubing on like meditation, like with the monks. There's some interesting stuff because when they meditate, their body, like real meditation that takes, decades of training, their bodies produce an insane amount of heat. And they've done studies, like they've actually created simulations where they measure real monks in a lab environment and the amount of heat their body is capable of producing while meditating. And there are cases where meditation causes your clothes to actually ignite, like you produce so much heat. There's a lot of interesting stuff in terms of mind over matter. I don't believe in spiritual bullshit. This is what I consider life hacks. It's just a matter of being able to control things that you otherwise shouldn't be able to. Just literally life hacks. We have the mystery of the wicked Val Bacon.
Jacob, are you there?
No, not waterfalls. Just like people that do the Buddhist stuff, like the Dalai Lama. I don't remember which religion that was exactly, But I remember getting into it a little bit when I was looking up stuff with the whole Free Tibet thing and monks setting themselves on fire. That's a little bit of a different thing. But I just mean people that are meditating. There's even a kid that was like meditating for years and years, and he was believed to be the current like reincarnation of it and stuff. And I don't really buy into much of that, but like some of the story behind that kid and what he does and is rather fascinating to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like the clothes getting on fire. Yeah. I mean, look it up. There's tons of like YouTube documentaries and stuff as far as like meditation triggering clothes on fire. And there were some videos, and I don't know if they're real or not in those instances because the situations were kind of strange, that they were limited in what they could and couldn't film. But there were videos where like this kid I was talking about that was meditating for like months and months or years even at a time. And like it showed like his clothes, like his pants set on fire or something, and he's still meditating, and he like stands up on one foot and like he's still in his meditative stance, but he's like on fire for a while. He's like sitting back down. He's still on fire. Just not a single fuck is given. He's like in such a deep stance that like I can't let fire leave me alone, and like he seemed to be immune to it on top of it all. It was just like it's fascinating, and it's got nothing to do with spirituality. It's just a form of hacking that they're able to achieve at times, and it's just something fascinating to me is all. So yeah, if you're ever bored, by all means start YouTubing it. There's some cool stuff. What?
Damn it. Where is he?
What time or what temperature does clothes on fire? I do not know. I believe in the case of like e-cigarettes, if you're wicking using cotton, if you had dry cotton, the temperature of the coil on a dry piece of cotton has to hit about 420 degrees to ignite. 420 Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is Celsius. Hey, there's dildos. What the heck were you doing here, Lara? You were unconscious for a little while. Do you feel a little sore anywhere? Okay, so this is not a campfire. Darn. But yeah, I don't deal well with the cold, is all I can really say about stats. Yeah, and that's where, like, at what point does the myth start, if there is a myth? It's hard to say. Like, I don't know. And I'm a fan of big science, so I'm as skeptical as one can say they are. It's not that I'm open or closed-minded, it's just there's a couple things that fascinate me because of my nature, my history with life hacking in general. Like, for me, my hacking involved sleep hacks, and that's a whole world of fucking don't even get involved. But, I think in the case of that guy, like, he was even, like, bit by venomous snakes and stuff. And he was like he wouldn't die. So there's a lot of question marks and so on. I don't know. It's like, just kind of like go look at it. Make your own decisions based on that, because I'm not giving you good arguments whatsoever.
Alone again. Jacob's gone ahead. There's something about him that I can't quite put my finger on. It's strange, but almost comforting. Like I could tell him anything, and it wouldn't faze him. I sense no judgment from him.
Think Laura's got a crush?
Yet, at the same time, he's hard to read. My instincts tell me he's a good man. He saved my life. I think I can trust him. At least for now.
No, you can't.
I can't shake shake, a nagging feeling that he knows more than he's letting on.
We cannot trust him. Yeah. I've done attempts at meditating. I never really succeeded. For one, because of my medical condition and the spinal cord stimulator implant, it's hard to even sit correctly. And I was mostly impatient. It's like I'm just too much of a man of science. My brain is so on at all times. I'm the opposite of somebody in a meditative stance. State. There's at any given moment, even right now, so many different thoughts going through my head. It's so hard for me to turn anything off. I mean, that's what the ADD medication's supposed to help, but it only does so much. It helps me at least focus on something that needs to be focused on. However, yeah. Yep. And that's probably where a conflict of interest happens. If it is to, like, clear out your mind and so on. But like, my very nature, like, the portion of me that, like, to me, I'm an abuser of what I have. It's like, I have processing power. I should be abusing it as much as I can. I should be processing as many thoughts as I can. And it's probably not a good thing, but, like, so what is kind of like the rough. It's like part of me just doesn't want to. Or like if you smoke, it's like, you know it's bad for you. There's no secret about it. They don't have to print it on the fucking label. You know it's bad. But at the same time, you make a conscious decision. Like, I don't care. I want to because whatever your reasoning is. Can I fast travel? Yes, I can. 8 destinations available. Where are they? Oh, wait, I see. I think I have to be like this. So I see tombs complete. I want to find that tomb I was missing. There's a mission. There's 0 out of 3 tombs complete here. This is all the same area, it looks like. Alright, let's go there. Yeah, I'm a big fan of nicotine. As poisonous as it is, in general, anything that's a stimulant, though, I have an affinity towards. And that's probably because of my ADD, but I love this. I started smoking when I was a kid because I just loved smoking. Like, I love the smoke that comes out. Like, that was my fascination. That's what I got out of it. Not that it was a stimulant, because stimulants don't stimulate me. And I don't know how many times I would, like, get up, I take my Adderall, which is an amphetamine, and like 30 minutes later I go back to sleep. I'm like, fuck yes. Whereas tweakers, the people that are abusing the drugs, same drugs, are fucking, like, staying up for weeks at a time on this shit. Like, I'm kind of jealous, I guess. But my brain's wired backwards. That's kind of makes sense. That's what the ADD is, right? Okay, so I see 2 tombs, 3 tombs. Okay. Here, let's see if we can get to this one then. That one is located right there. How do I get... Alright, I gotta fast travel, don't I? Alright, let's fast travel. Oops. I think that was this one. Fast travel. Yes. I read a few tips and stuff as far as 8 things I wish I knew going into this game. And like one of them was like, do the tombs, the optional tombs when you can, when they come up, because you get nice stuff. And if you wait till the end of the game, then there's no point. Oh yeah, nicotine in moderation is great for the brain. But it's also one of our deadliest poisons known to man.
Overwatch, we have contact with the native in the old sawmill. We wounded her, but it looks like they set traps around the perimeter. I've got 1 casualty so far. Doing a sweep.
Wait, where's the tomb? Okay, it's marked over there. Oh. Did you see that? There was like a cat or something. And most things in life are good in moderation. Alcohol as well. Like, notice how every time I've ever drunk on camera, like, you've never actually seen me drunk or pass out or anything. There's no YouTube videos on me the way there are some people that get drunk and pass out by the end of the stream and then eventually they get banned. Like, that's never happened. Not even close. Like, in moderation, it's good. Everything is good in moderation. Holy hell, how much HP does this thing have? Gotcha, bitch. Just teabag. Kicked your ass. In the case of hookah, yes, you do inhale. And hookah you directly inhale, meaning you just breathe it straight in. That's normal. You do not actually need to inhale to absorb nicotine, whether it's hookah, cigarettes, or anything. It absorbs through the mucous membrane, your nasal passages, anything, regardless. But yeah, in the case of hookah, you would inhale.
There's a trail here. Well worn.
Hoping that tomb is this way. Yeah, in the case of cigars, I think it's optional. Like, you shouldn't, I guess, inhale cigars, but you can. If your lungs can handle it. Where's that tomb icon? Am I in the tomb, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, let's explore this place. Oh, yeah, this is the tomb. Fuck yeah. I'm a Tomb Raider now, bitch. Pipes, I believe, are the same. Optional. I love the smell of pipe smoke. When there's a pipe smoker around, it's always a great time. That pipe tobacco is nice. chances are you do less damage to yourself if you're not inhaling tobacco, but whether you inhale it or not doesn't necessarily prevent you from exposing yourself to problems. So regardless, always accept the fact that, you know, you're making a conscious decision of taking the risk, which is yours to take, yours to oh shit, I almost jumped off. This doesn't look like much of a tomb. You know, this is a pretty cool game so far. I have to admit. I was a little cranky yesterday when I was playing.
Shit. Steady.
And it does seem to play well with the mouse and keyboard, so that's good. My thumb is getting closer to recovering. I mentioned it before to others. I have a bad habit of eating the skin off the tips of my fingers, and it really not good if you want to use a video game controller. But I can't help it. Some people bite their nails. Not to me. Oh, that looks bad. Safe. I really think Lara Croft should wear a skirt. What do you think? Or at least a dress. This pants thing is getting old. Oh wait, I think I need to be... Oh, what's this? There is a way to, I think, connect these together somehow. Not sure how. Or maybe I have to stand next to that one. So what the hell's over here then? The original one, she had like 3 polygons that made up her boobs. They were just points like the Madonna bra. Okay, it makes an icon, so that's how that works. And then I can climb on that. It's probably the way back. Oh, fuck. Ugh. I just think a skirt would be really nice. That's all I'm saying. The rest is just self-explanatory and obvious. The Crisis is extremely perverse. Proud of it. Or not proud of it, just not ashamed of it. Hey, someone left the backpack here. Oh, map review left. Okay.
What is that sound?
What is what sound? The beer sound. She seems tomboyish. I don't know, she's got a ponytail. I'm not a fan of the tomboy type of persona. Oh, this looks like bad news. What the fuck is that? Better be. All sorts of cool stuff in here. his, whatever the ability is, I forgot, survival instinct, that lets you see objects and stuff. That's a
Without
good
this
feature.
place, this divine sculpture of wind and rock, we would have been lost. The story of the scout who found this place is well known to us all, but most of you do not know how close we came to dying. We were lost in the mountains, no food, no hope. We had begun to doubt the prophet himself, but the scout heard the sound and took it to be a sign. He alone ascended these cliffs, drawn by the music, and from there, he saw our salvation.
There was music in
This
the
is
tomb?
not just a shrine to him and his bravery, but to the strength of our faith.
Yeah, the faith that that comet is coming. That spaceship is totally hiding behind a
This
comet.
was some sort of a shrine. Pilgrims came here to show their respect.
Pilgrims came and announced, "We take 'em your land. Deal with it." Move away, I tell you.
There. At least this counterweight still works.
Let me off. How do I... How do I get off? What button do I press to get off? What do I... C. Tomb Raider. I wish her hair was white. Then she could be like my waifu.
They say you never forget the first time you hear the sound. My parents took me here to contemplate the mysteries from beyond the shrine. In time, I will bring my children here.
Why would you
They
do
say
that?
without the music of the mountains, our ancestors would have wandered the earth until they died. But instead, these mountains called them home, just as it calls to me.
No one forgets the first time they hear somebody fart in class. Nobody forgets that sound. It's hilarious.
I should be able to connect that counterweight to the winch.
Ta-da! I got a bad feeling about this. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Maybe I could swing it. Somehow.
Maybe if you just stood on it. I should do something better than farting in class. There's a way that you can swallow air that produces a similar sounding vibration in your throat that sounds...
Maybe I could swing it. Somehow.
People think you're farted, and you just look around like, If you actually fart, then everyone can smell the direction. Right. And they're kind of like, well, dude, it smells like right around you. When you just hear a noise and there's nothing, then it's funnier.
Yes. That looks better.
Does it look better now? I'm a little confused as to what the point of this was.
Maybe I could swing it. Somehow.
Wait a minute. Oh, I see. There's a thing on this side. swallowing hair's not worth it. No, not hair. Air. As in, if you ever burp on command, you literally just swallow air into your stomach. But
What's this blade?
yeah, I should knock that thing over there, right? Oh,
Got to time that a bit better.
oh, I see. Yeah, it's a matter of swallowing the air in a way that vibrates on the way going in is the idea. So we gotta pull this back, wait for that wind gust, and that'll knock it to the left, and then we cut it. Now.
Got it.
Aha!
Now to open the door.
I'm a genius. Oops. Rest in peace, Lara Croft. Nope, she's okay. I thought she was gonna grab that edge, but she didn't. So what door can I open? This one? It's basically just swallowing air really loudly so that it vibrates. That's all that's to it. This is not a tomb, this is just another cavern.
It's a natural formation.
Yeah, this looks natural to me. Why is she holding her hands up like that?
It's a codex.
Can't see
This
it.
one is a series of meditations on willpower.
New skill master, inner strength. If critical injuries are sustained in battle indicated by the screen turning gray, health will be automatically restored. This instant regeneration of health will occur only one time per combat encounter and will refresh between encounters. Cool. So yeah, raiding these extra tombs is definitely worthwhile. Seems like there's more stuff around. I'm not gonna be doing like 100% gameplay through or anything, I don't think. Like trying to get every single fucking secret or anything. But there's no point in not doing some of it. God damn it. Face the thing. Are you? There you go.
A ceremonial cloth worn by priests during Mass.
Yeah, I'm playing on the default normal difficulty, and I had been debating if I was going to just play it on the easier mode because I didn't want to give a shit about combat. I just wanted to do the platforming because that's what I always loved about Tomb Raider. But the combat actually seems pretty cool. So part of me wonders if I should have done a harder difficulty, but I'm not going to bother changing it now. Ooh, that looks kind of far. Think I could make that jump? There's only a few ways to find out. Oh yeah, not even. Oh, you were so close. Maybe if you tried flapping your wings or something. Oh yeah, I think you can change it on the fly. I don't think I can jump that. I don't see anything that looks like I could climb it either. But I think I'm okay keeping the difficulty where it's at. I don't see a reason to mess with it, to be honest. I I just don't feel like I need a challenge in that regard. Oops. Once the camera angle changed enough, me holding the forward key kind of... Wonder how you get over there. Any ideas, Laura, of the Crofts? Yeah.
This must have been a sensor to burn incense in, but it's been modified.
It's been modified, huh? To what? To have cool hooks and chains? That's a cool modification. I got a lot of hooks and chains in my own room. Modified just to be cool. Modified for his pleasure. Well, sensitivity's a little wonky because of the zoom. It seems like there's a platform right there. And it's even lit up for some reason. But we can't jump there. Doesn't really seem like there's anything... Oh, hello, this bird egg feather. Yeah. I think that's the way we came in over there. I could be wrong. I don't know if you get like more XP or anything like that on any difficulty changes, so I see we look where that other tombs are now. Okay, that one looks done. Wonder what the hell this is. This looks like some download content thing. Yeah, let's go to this one. I don't know where the closest way would be. Maybe from there. And then let's do that. E. Ugh. I think I might be coming down with like a cold or something. Is it fast? Yes. Wow, chill out, Laura. Oops. Look, oh man, the zoom thing is just not... Oh shit. kill some of these. I want the hides. Oh wow, I craft 7 arrows now. Fuck. Eat shit. Damn. Can't aim for shit. Ooh, take that. Like I heard it's good to kill like rabbits, etc. for the hides. You need a lot of them for like upgrades, etc.
Soviet soldiers. Something awful happened here.
Don't give a shit about the Soviet soldiers. I'm hunting deer and stuff. I wonder if the deer that are marked here are... Isn't this where I was trying to go? Have I ever argued with a flat earther? I have not. And I think I know what you mean by that. Like people that believe the earth is flat. But I mean, we already have too much scientific evidence that proves it to be false. If you've ever watched just a fucking... what do you call it? Like a ship swimming away, you can see it actually goes down the horizon. You progressively start seeing the bottom of the ship disappear. That already implies that there's a curvature. And if you can get from point A to point B and there's curvature, then it has to be a fucking circle. It has to. So that's about all I would end up saying, something like that, anyways. Alright, let's see what the heck this...
Do not let the target slip away. We need to know why they were following Bravo Team.
They're enemies?
Bravo hasn't run into any more resistance along the way. But find the native. We need to get some answers.
Ooh. Damn it, I cannot aim for shit. Man, I'm really bad. Oh, she can't hold her aim forever.
Are the transmitters destroyed?
I haven't found them all yet, but I will.
Where's this? Gravity is magic. Well, technically speaking, gravity is magic. Magic is just what we call something we can't explain scientifically yet. So for us, yeah, it's magic in that regard, but that doesn't mean it doesn't become explainable. Any sufficiently advanced civilization will appear to be... Oh wait, that's just a... Sorry, I was gonna kill you. There's something interesting going on up there? Check out these mad skills. Fake science doesn't count. That's not science. That's bullshit. Things we can always trust the most in, though, is the things we've established as laws.
We were fools.
Not
Careless, arrogant fools. We thought we could stop them, but the Red Army outnumbers us. Their weapons are superior, and they just keep coming. Many of my people, including myself, have been captured, forced to work the mines of our own mountain. It's only a matter of time before they discover our secret. When this happens, we must be ready.
We must be ready for something, apparently. Let's go to where that pink thing is. I got distracted by these animals. Oh. Where is it? Holy shit, look at that guy. I shot him in the butt with an arrow. Look at that. It's just sticking out his butt.
I haven't found them all yet, but I will.
Where you going, buddy? Bitch. Give me your skin. And horns, apparently. Yeah. Oh yeah, where's the pink thing, whatever that is? There's a tomb entrance around here somewhere.
Let's do a sweep.
Like I didn't even reach him. That pigeon was coming right for us, you saw it. Oh.
Got your back.
Headshot.
Let's finish this.
Headshot.
Got to be hiding in here somewhere. Maybe there's a trail.
What should be hiding in here? Alright, Mr. SAO. Whatever the heck is going on here.
Stop! No closer!
Shoot her.
I'm not with Trinity. My name is Lara, and your gun isn't loaded. I can see the cylinder is empty.
The firing pin never worked anyway.
You're hurt.
I just need to sit down for a moment. Lara, was it? I'm Nadia. I could use your help.
Give me your clothes. I'm Chitty.
What can I do?
My grandfather snuck out of the village in the night. I think he's headed for the Wicked Vale, where the witch Baba Yaga lives. I was
Baba Yaga?
trying to catch up with him when the invaders caught me. Before I was born, the witch killed my grandmother. Grandpa always talked about revenge, but I never thought he'd actually go through with it. There isn't much time, and I'm in no condition to go myself. We have to find him.
Obviously your flow's heavy as hell. I'll bring you a tampon or something. Wait here. I'll make it out of
I'll
light.
head out that way and see if I can pick up his trail.
Thank you. you.
I'll bring you one
The
made out of
path to
owl
the Vale is
feathers.
through the cave to the east of here.
In Polish, Baba Yaga is witch. So that was... Oh, but yeah, as I was saying earlier about the fake science stuff, like, I mean, science constantly changes as we learn things and revisit, you know, everything, but
No safety gear. Nothing to protect the workers.
that's also what keeps science science. Like the constant challenging of information to really prove that it's solid. And I think the law of thermodynamics has been like the most challenged and tested out of all our laws. No one's ever been able to prove it wrong.